actually, correction, you've got a fabric problem, because most of this is fabric that I've ordered for clients. Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, Blue Lady Couture. I'm going to do a rather large fabric haul for you guys today, so I hope you will enjoy having a look through what I've been buying with me. Now, if you follow me on Facebook or Instagram, and I will link those accounts down below for you, you will know that a week ago today I actually had to make the decision to close down my Etsy store, and I don't panic. I'm not closing, but I have just been so inundated with orders for this summer that I cannot take on any more orders before August, which has never happened before. That's very strange, but it's amazing. So thank you all very, very much for placing orders with me through my Etsy shop, Blue Lady Couture, which again I will link down below. People placing orders means I have been placing lots of orders for fabric. And I thought this would be an ideal opportunity for me to show you some of the fabrics that I use for my classic collection, enable you to have a good look at the colours, kind of how the fabric moves, because it's very hard for me on my shop listings to show you more than just a colour swatch, or obviously a picture of the garment made up if I've had the opportunity to make it up in a particular colour. Why is that? Oh no, battery is flat because I was an idiot and didn't charge it up. Okay, sorry guys, I apologise if the angle has changed slightly on my camera. So I've had to plug the charger in, which means I've had to fiddle about with it, and yeah, I'm not sure it's quite level, but I do apologise. Hopefully I've got everything in shots enough. And at the end of the day, you're here to see the fabric, not me. So if the top of my head's chopped off, I do apologise. Now, where was I? Can't remember. So for those of you who don't know, I do have my own costuming and dressmaking shop hosted mostly on Etsy, but I do take direct bespoke commissions as well through my website contact form. So on my Etsy shop, I have a range of various garment styles, both sort of Victoriana and steampunk through into Edwardian, and I have some Regency on there as well. And you can order those to be made to your measurements, and you can choose your fabric colours. And the range that I sell on Etsy I call my classic collection. So it's items that I have made quite a lot over the years, and they're kind of like my basic range, if you will, to get into costuming or building a basic outfit for events, that kind of thing. Okay, so for the most part, I've got 3 types of fabric here that I'm going to show you. I've got the linen fabric, which I use for most of my Edwardian skirts and jackets. And then I have the poly taffeta, which a lot of my Victoriana steampunk outfits are made from, because it's just beautiful to make gorgeous bustle skirts, things like that with. And then I've also got some cottons to show you as well. So I think what I'm going to do, everything in this box is linen, I believe. So I'm just going to swap around those over there, because they're linen. So the first fabric I've got to show you from my taffeta range is this one. This is the wine taffeta. It does also come in a red, which is a much brighter kind of scarlet red. Yeah, but this is the wine, one of our most popular colours. It is absolutely beautiful, really nice shade. The next colour in my taffeta range that I have some orders for is the dark purple, and again, this is an absolutely beautiful colour. It's one of those colours that's very hard to photograph because it is slightly shot. So it's this lovely plummy purple colour, which you can see running down the fluffy edge of the selvage here, and then it's shot with the yarns going the other way is black, so it gives it that lovely deep amethysty kind of royal purple that is just so lovely. And it is absolutely perfect for kind of gothic Victorian. I use it for some of my morning gowns. Obviously morning gown is normally in black, but I also do a variation where you can flip certain parts of the skirts to give you this purple, which of course is perfect for half mourning. Yes, I'm looking forward to getting some lovely bustly skirts made from that. Now this is actually showing up. Okay, so a small caveat here, as ever, when looking at colours and fabrics and things on a screen, I cannot 100% guarantee how these colours are going to look to you compared to how they do in real life. Now to me on this screen, this is looking a lot brighter than it is in real life, but this is called Sky, and this is a new colour. Yeah, so this is the ice blue, which I have used a few times previously, which is a really lovely icy blue. You know, it's that a lovely kind of crisp light blue. It's not quite a baby blue, it's got a hint more silvery white to it. But yeah, that's the ice, and then this is the Sky. Yeah, so I actually ordered this. Technically, I've ordered this for myself. So yeah, maybe I may have lied a little bit when I said these were all for customers. But yeah, sometimes, you know, especially if it's a new colour, I might order just a couple of meters, either to make a sample kind of outfit for myself or just to add it to stock. So yeah, so I do have an outfit that I made last year, which is my Frozen Dapper Day Disney bound, and I made the jacket for it out of the ice blue, and it's kind of loosely based on my Victorian bolero style jacket, and I had an idea for this year to make a quick skirt for myself to be able to wear the jacket to steampunk events as well. So I ordered this to go with it, and actually they will go together, I think, quite nicely. So next, ooh, this is a lot of fabric. This is the teal taffeta, and this is the most beautiful colour. Gorgeous deep teal blue, and it's definitely more on the blue rather than the kind of the green side of teal. It is, yeah, beautiful teal blue. Again, it's quite a deep colour because, like with the purple, it's got the blue base to it, but it's got black running through it, so it gives it that lovely depth of colour. If I scrunch that up a little bit, hopefully you can see that. In fact, what I might do, unroll a little bit so you can really see. How gorgeous that is. Now, quite often I do find it hard to get hold of this colour, so when it comes into stock at my suppliers, I tend to buy a lot of it. So I have a huge amount of this for stock, so if you are interested in having something made when I reopen my shop, unfortunately, when I reopen my shop, if you're interested in the teal, this is what it looks like. Do get in touch to make sure some of this has your name on it. And I will talk a little bit at the end of this video, I think, about the process that I'm going to have in place for reopening my shop. So be sure to stick around for that if you're interested. Right, I'm going to leave those for a minute because they are the cottons, which I'll talk about in a second. So that will bring me on to this roll of a slightly different kind of teal, and this is going to be another one of our new colours, which came about. I was trying to find the teal, and I have two suppliers that I use to buy this taffeta from. One of them has been out of stock of the teal for absolutely forever, and it's so frustrating. And then one of them went out of stock last year, and I was waiting ages and ages and ages for it to come in. And I was just browsing on the website one day, and I saw teal was in stock, so I got really, really excited and I ordered a load of it. And then when it arrived, it wasn't the teal that I remembered. It was this teal, which is slightly different. If I bring the other teal back, you can probably see the difference. This is much more of a greeny kind of teal. I'm going to call it aqua. Is that the right colour? What do you think? Do you think it's an aqua? let me know in the comments down below what you would call this colour compared to the teal. So yeah, you can see the difference there. So the teal is the blue shot with the black, but this, what I'm going to call for now, aqua. They don't hold me to it, that name could change. Again, it's looking a little bit darker on screen to me here than it is in real life. This is more of a greeny kind of colour, and it's actually shot, you might just be able to see, it's actually shot with gold. So it's got a really interesting kind of opulent sheen to it. I mean, it's so mermaidy, it's absolutely beautiful. So if you're in mind for a mermaidy steampunk bustle gown, this could be perfect for you, and it would be absolutely beautiful trimmed with in a gold colour. Because it would just pick out that goldy colour to it a little bit more. And this is a really sharp fabric, so it's going to be very hard to photograph this. But hopefully you can see how it changes when I move it around. It's just gorgeous. So yeah, so it wasn't quite what I ordered, and I ordered a roll of it because I was like, oh, there's the teal's back in stock. So I ordered a roll of it, and then it turned up and it wasn't quite what I had envisioned. But no matter, I have plenty of this in stock now, so you can be sure if you are in a mind for this, it will be available for a while. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you think this colour should be called, and maybe I'll use that if that's a better name than aqua, I'm not sure. So these are some cotton fabrics that I have ordered now. This one, the plain black, this is, I mean, this is just, you're not going to be able to see what this is really. It's just a plain black, and it's a black cotton lawn. So it's a very lightweight cotton, which I use for making my Edwardian and Victorian undergarments, my bloomers, my chemises, my corset covers, that kind of thing. I offer them in both a white version or a black version, and I've had quite a few orders in for black recently. And yeah, so I have ordered a kind of a fairly large amount of this in, and I'm looking forward to getting those made. Now, this one. This one's a little bit of a naughty purchase, because this, again, this isn't actually for a customer, this is for a me project. And if you follow me, and if you've watched my end of year review that I did kind of Christmas New Year time, where I talked about kind of outfits and ideas that I had for maybe making for this year, then you'll know what this is for. And if you want to know what it's for, you can go watch that video, which I will hopefully link somewhere up here, because I'm not going to dwell on this too much. But yeah, so this is a striped cotton fabric that I have bought for said project, or maybe you just want to guess in the description down below, let me know. Yeah, have a guess, what could I possibly be making with that? It's for a cosplay, I will tell you that. Yeah, so this is just, it's a cotton poplin, so it's a nice weight without it being too heavy or too thin, and I've kind of been keeping an eye out for the right kind of stripe for this project, because again, you either get really wide stripes or they're teeny tiny narrow stripes. If I can show you. So listed on my Etsy shop, I actually do striped bustles and jackets, and I normally use this cotton for it. So you can see it's quite a narrow cotton, not teeny tiny, but it's quite a narrow cotton, a stripe rather, so compared to this one. So yeah, this wasn't right for the project that I'm going to be using this for. So yeah, and I've been trying to keep an eye out for the right kind of striped fabric, which is not as easy as you would believe me. So yeah, so when I happened to stumble across this, just browsing for customers, and yeah, I saw this listed, and I was like, right, well, that's having that, and that's obviously that project happening now. So yeah, watch this space. We'll see. So we'll see if I get the said outfit for this done by the end of the year. But moving on from my personal projects back to customer projects, and now I'm going to go through the linen, my Edwardian commissions that I've got at the moment. So yeah, I'm excited. I love working with my linen. Obviously it's a natural fibre, it's a sustainable fibre. It's just so popular at the moment. And this is the mustard, which I don't want to say it's DHL yellow. This is mustard. I shall pop a picture in now of some recent commissions that I have done in the mustard, so you can hopefully see how it looks. And it actually comes up really well for an Edwardian ensemble. It really does. If you like this kind of deep yellow, so sunflowery, mustardy yellow, yeah, this is absolutely gorgeous. And I've trimmed it in various colours. I think I've done it in blue, dark blue, looks really nice. I've done it in a white kind of ivory trim as well. Yeah, that's a really lovely sunny summery colour, which is just gorgeous. This one is just good old black, because sometimes you just can't beat a nice smart black Edwardian skirt. You know, it's just practical, you know, goes with all sorts of different coloured blouses, you know, whatever you want to match it with, or if you have, you know, black shoes and black accessories. Again, you can't go wrong. So obviously, again, you're not going to be able to see that very well. Yeah, it's a lovely 100% black linen. Right, I'm going to delve in this box now. You know it's a big fabric order when they send it to you in a DHL box. Oh, it's so much. Ooh, oh my god, it's so... I'm going to tip it. Hang on, I think it's going to be the easiest way to do it. Ooh, I've just realised that's not a linen in there. Well, there is linen, but there's also another fabric in there. I don't quite know where all this fabric is going to fit on my shelf. I'm bursting at the seams. I need to try and go through some of my my stock fabrics again, I think. Oh dear, but anyway, moving on. Right. So this isn't a fabric. This is the horsehair braid that I use. I use it to stiffen the hem of my Edwardian Victorian skirts. It's not horsehair anymore. It's called that because that's what it would have been originally. This is a nylon now, I believe. But yeah, but this is what I put in the hem of my skirts to give them that nice little bit of stiff. It just helps to kick them out a little bit so they don't hang completely kind of flat and limp. It just adds a little bit of body to the bottom of the skirt, which is really nice. Alrighty. So continuing with the linens, this is the coffee linen. Yeah, this is just a nice neutral kind of light brown colour. It's got a bit more colour to it than our beige. Yeah, that's the beige. You can see the difference there. So obviously the beige is a kind of a very dark off-white kind of neutral colour, and then the coffee is a warmer, has a little bit more depth of colour to it. So the next is our ivory, or pale ivory, I think it's called officially. White can sometimes be a bit too bright, and especially modern whites, they can be very almost like a chemically bleached kind of white, and they're not always that nice. Whereas ivory just has that little bit more of a kind of a natural kind of a softer kind of colour to it, but it is very close to a white. It's not a dark ivory in any way. Now, one thing I will say with the ivory in particular, it's not a lightweight, it's not a thin linen by any means, but you probably just see there, it's a fraction, when you've got the light behind it, it's a fraction kind of sheer. And that sounds awful because it's not sheer. And obviously if you're wearing an Edwardian skirt, ideally you should be having a petticoat underneath it to give it the right shape and the right look, the right silhouette. I don't line my Edwardian skirts for the simple reason that the cost of it, both the cost of the actual fabric to line them And then the cost of shipping, it's essentially you're doubling the weight of the skirt, so it adds a considerable amount to shipping. I mean, they say this is a good weight linen. It's not a lightweight linen, it's a good medium weight linen. So, you know, by the time you've got, I use what, 3 meters, but I, not quite 3 meters, but I allow 3 meters of fabric for my full length Edwardian skirt. So the Sylvia and the Emmeline, I allow 3 meters of fabric for those. And you know, that, which is what this is, and that, you know, that weighs quite a bit. So especially for my international customers, yeah, it costs quite a bit to post these skirts. So yeah, so I don't line the skirts, they are unlined, and it's not a problem on the majority of the colours, but it's just with the ivory, because it's a particularly pale colour, and you know what ivory and white clothing are like in general. You know, they do tend to, anything that's slightly darker underneath, but if you've got petticoat and your layers underneath, you don't have, there's no problem, there won't be an issue. Just something to bear in mind if you do order the ivory colour. This rather gorgeous colour is the mulberry, which is this lovely deep kind of cerise pink. It's not a bright pink, it's looking a bit brighter on camera than it is in real life. This is actually, it's a lovely, lovely deep shade of kind of cerise pink. And again, one of our most popular colours actually. I see it get a lot of this trimmed in white or ivory. I also see it trimmed a lot in purple, because that's a really nice, it tones really well with kind of purpley shades, as you might imagine. But yeah, that is the mulberry. So this is the plum. Now this is, I have to say, this is looking very dark on camera. But it's not quite as dark. It really is. You can tell it is. It's definitely a purple. It's definitely a plum. It's a lovely deep purple. There we go. I think that's got the colour there. And again, one of our most popular colours, as you can tell by the amount of fabric that I've got here. Again, I've made this recently trimmed in ivory. It was a matching set of a jacket and a skirt, which was really, really nice. I've also done it trimmed in green. That's a really lovely combination, and it looks great with black trimming as well. Right. And the last of the linen colours that I have is the wine. Again, it's a lovely deep shade of red. This does come in just a colour called red, which is a much more scarlet colour. But this is a lovely, lovely deep shade. And then the last fabric I'm going to show you, my suppliers call it shantung, but it's like a faux dupe. So ignore the shiny kind of side, because that's actually the reverse of it, which you won't see. But this is, I offer this on one of my Victorian style bolero jackets. So it's a little bit different to the taffeta. The taffeta is obviously a very smooth fabric, has that lovely sheen to it, whereas this is a much more matte kind of fabric. But this has, I don't know if you can see, a matte texture to it, and it has a slight slub to it, so it's like a faux kind of silk dupion. It has that kind of slubby texture running across it, and it's a lot softer than the taffeta as well. It kind of it drapes. It's a lot more fluid, whereas the taffeta is kind of crisp and holds its shape really well in like sort of bustle drapery and things like that. Yeah, so I've got quite a lot of fabric in at the moment because I am super busy with orders. So speaking of orders, when might the Blue Lady Couture Etsy shop be reopening? At the moment I'm not 100% sure. Normally when you order an item in my Etsy shop, I have about an 8-week rolling schedule. So at the point that you place your order will normally be made by me in the sort of around about sort of 6 to 8-ish weeks from the date of order. So that's how far in advance my schedule tends to book. So yeah, so at the moment when I say I'm pretty much fully booked into August now, it does mean that I will probably be opening the shop again in about 2 weeks or so time, but I'm not 100% certain yet. I need to make sure I've got everything planned out in my schedule, because I don't want to do is open my shop too soon and get kind of snowed under with orders again and then realize I can't keep on top of that schedule. I normally like to try and keep stuff around 8 weeks if I can, because I appreciate you don't want to be waiting ages for your lovely items to turn up. However, if you would like to be the first to know when my shop does reopen, I will link down below to my Blue Lady Couture email sign up, and our email members will be the very first to know the date that my shop is going to open, and plenty of the time as well, because obviously I know that people are in different countries all over the world. So if you can, please do sign up for my email. I hope you found that an interesting little look at some of the fabrics and the colours that I use and I'm going to be using for lots of exciting commissions in the coming few weeks. When it is open, please do go and check out my Etsy shop so you can see the listings and the colours, and if you follow me on Facebook and Instagram, you'll be able to see lots more examples of the commissions that I've made kind of in previous years, and obviously as I make them going forward over the summer, I will be releasing pictures on there as well, so you can see what I've been doing. I will just say I am not going to say what my supply or who my suppliers are, because I am a business, and for the most part these are actually come from a trade supplier. Yeah, if you are happen to be watching this just out of general interest as a fabric haul, then I am very sorry, but I'm not going to reveal who my supplier is. Once again, thank you very much for watching. Do make sure you are following me on Facebook and Instagram so you can see as these wonderful fabrics are brought to life in my commissions for clients. But you can also support me here. You can click the little the thumbs up icon down below to like this video. You can also subscribe and click the notification bell so you will know when my next videos go out, and that is all really helpful for supporting my channel here on YouTube. Also, if you want to see me making more exciting stuff for myself, not that my customer items aren't exciting, but if you want to see me making cosplays and kind of slightly different items for myself, more challenging items, you can support me via my coffee account and buy me a coffee essentially for £2 or £3, which just helps me spend time creating content for my YouTube channel. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Take care guys, bye. Trapped.